scholars have already completed their PhD under his supervision. Till date, Sir has authored 15 books, published 6 chapters in books, 21 research papers in seminars and conference proceedings, 95 research papers in national and international journals, delivered 123 invited talks, organized 22 workshops, seminars, and conferences, presented papers in 40 seminars and conferences. His current citation is 303 and H index is 11. He is a NAAC peer team member and has rendered his service as coordinator, member, and chairman of the peer team to different higher education institutions. So, sir, we are very happy and privileged to have you in this session, sir. So I now request sir to deliver his topic on data management related to NAAC revised accreditation framework process. Sir, you may start your session now, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Lily, madam.
Welcome, sir.
Shall I start?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to all of you. At the very outset, I would like to thank the organizers of the program for giving me an opportunity to interact with all of you. So let me directly go to the topic because we have very small time and a lot of things to be covered. So let me share the screen. I think the screen is visible. A white screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we have today the topic that is assigned to me is data management, and this is about data management. Of the revised accreditation framework of NAAC. And where several things are to be covered, which consists of consistency of data pertaining to several other things like quite similar though, All India Survey of Higher Education. Then we have NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework. Then we have obviously NAAC. And then we have MIS, Management Information System, is a portal of the government which collects data on some specific topics where institutions are asked to submit data on some very specific topics. All India Survey of Higher Education type of data, NIRF type of data, and NAAC type of data that are generally collected. MIS is very specific purpose, but these three things are having certain similarity, but there are a lot of dissimilarity. Now, what is data consistency? Data consistency is, suppose you ask me that what is my age? What is my age? Now I tell that my age is 47 years. After some days, I have to fill up a form where it is written age in years, months, and days. There I write my age is 47 years, 4 months, and say 10 days. And within a period of say a few days, after a few days, I am writing 48 years. Now, this is called data inconsistency. Because here, though the values are very close, it is understood that, okay, this is, he has given the integral value like 47 complete years, number of complete years. This has given exact date, month, time. Fine. This is given maybe that the person is approaching 48 years, might be have not yet reached 48 years, but within a few days his birthday is coming up, 48th birthday. So it's written 48 years. But for a system, these values are all different, and this leads to data inconsistency. Now, first step of going forward with data inconsistency is that hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the main way to get rid of data inconsistency is to collect the data as minimum as possible. For example, suppose you are going for All India Survey of Higher Education. So now it is the job that come to your hand is to collect data related to All India Survey of Higher Education. All different things are there, like some information is to be available in the office of the principal of the college or the register office in case of universities. Some information are to be collected from the departmental level. Some information are to be collected from individual teachers. Now, what happens when you collect this information, and some information you see it is available with different people, like say simple example, students admitted. Now, this information you can collect from the department. You may collect from the office or say academic section. Same information is also available with the exam center. In the university, this is a very strong source of information because whoever students take admission also has to register himself. So definitely the information of every student taking admission will actually go to they have to collect the information from the exam center. So these are same information is available from different sources. And when information is collected from different sources, same information, you believe me, there will always be ambiguity. The values will never match, especially in bigger institutes like a college which is having several disciplines. And some colleges are there where there are multiple disciplines, science, commerce, arts, and some colleges are relatively small, but even then this type of error might come into existence. So basically you are to decide that what shall be the source from which a particular information is to be collected. And the safest way is to take into consideration all these things and sit down and find out that what are the information that is generally asked. Now, out of these, we have a different such things. So let me take another clear screen. Under NAAC, we have NAAC is the most comprehensive of the all. They collects all the information from the educational institution. So whatever information is collected under NIRF, whatever information is collected from under AISAG, All India Survey of Higher Education, whatever information is collected under MIS, all are generally available with the NAAC. When you want to collect information for the purpose of NAAC, all these information are covered. So if the college goes for NAAC, at least they have the data to satisfy All India Survey of Higher Education, to satisfy NIRF, to satisfy MIS. But NAAC is performed generally after a period of 5 years. And even more, means ideally it should be 5 years, but now the colleges actually go for performing NAAC after every 5 years, because 5 years then, unless there is a mandate, now currently there is a mandate that every college has to go for NAAC within a period of 1 year. So everyone is now very much alert and will follow these guidelines. And those colleges who has done NAAC few years earlier, like say GC College has done NAAC a few years earlier, their 5 years is just about to get completed or just have completed. And then they are also preparing for NAAC. So means, and some colleges are there in this region which has done NAAC quite long back and were not looking forward seriously about NAAC, but this mandate has made them go for NAAC. So this is the picture over here. Now, for this NAAC purpose, we have to collect the data, but then we also have to look into, okay, let us see what are the things that are under NAAC. We need to terminologies we need to understand, and what all information we need to collect. First is IIQA, Institutional Information for Quality Assessment. Institutional information for quality assessment. Now, this is when you decide that now we are ready and now we shall go for the NAAC. That at that time you have to submit this. Along with this, you have to submit a fees of say 30,000 approximately. It is less than 30,000, so you have to submit this IIP. This is that stage when you are all ready for NAAC, and now you think that okay, now we have sufficient data information, we are serious enough, we have done all seminars, conferences which we want to show to NAAC, all things I have attended, I cannot do more things, and now it is highest time for us to go for the NAAC. At that time, you will submit institutional information for quality assessment in very raw language. It is to tell NAAC that come and accredit, we are ready, or allow us to submit the SSR. So that is the main IIQA. And then we have, after IIQA gets accepted, in IIQA you have to submit very basic information like what is the name of your college or institution, when it was established, who is the principal, who is the director of IQAC or coordinator of IQAC, how many students are there, how many courses are there, these simple things which almost, and some maybe very few documents like land documents, etc., whether it is registered under 12B, all this information to be 12F, all these things are to be submitted. So these are basic information. Submitting this information is not much difficult, but the problem is regarding that whether you are ready for that. Because once your IIQA gets accepted, then you come to submission of SSR. 45 days and 45 sleepless nights for the people who are in the responsibility of filling up the SSR, especially the IQAC coordinator and his partners. And in some cases, the principal. In some cases, principals are very reluctant. They give the responsibility to the group of teachers, and is quite relaxed. But in most of the cases, sleepless nights for many people, because this SSR comes with lots and lot of surprises. So as you go fill up, you feel that you have the information. Then they are, some of them are quantitative and some of them are qualitative. Qualitative. Now, quantitative things are actually verified by the NAAC, and this comprises of almost 70%. Qualitative things are verified by the peer team, and this is approximately 30%. So mainly this is done by NAAC by involving some third party, based on data, based on documents, based on supporting information. This will be done. And these two, along with this, there are some other things like AQAR. AQAR I am writing separately. Sorry. AQAR. AQAR is actually, earlier it was a manual type of thing that you have to fill up a form type of thing with some information and then send it to or upload it in the portal by email. So, sorry, not portal, upload it to, send it to the NAAC by email, and they give a recognition also after that, that yes, we have received your AQAR, like that, and upload the AQAR in your institutional website. But now AQAR has been made electronic, and it is quite in the similar lines as that of the self-study report, with all type of data validation available in that particular. For example, some data you give which is not, suppose you tell that total students is say 2,000 total students, and they ask somewhere the breakup of the students. So you tell first semester is 1,000, second semester is 2,000, and third semester is you tell 1,500. That data will not be accepted because it is more than the total. Some is more than the total, so data will not be accepted. So all types of things have now come in AQAR. So most of the colleges who are thinking of going for NAAC, after registering the institution in NAAC portal, have to fill up the AQAR, Annual Quality Assessment Report. For AQAR of consecutive years, will be required for submission of the SSR. Means if your IIQA will be accepted only if the 4 AQARs are submitted. For institution going for the first level of accreditation, AQAR is not mandatory. But if you submit the AQAR, then many things will be ready for your SSR. So that is what the basic logic of AQA. Okay, some after AQAR comes DVV. Means after you submit the SSR, this process will go on and simultaneously this is called as data validation and verification. And then they will send you a deviation report. Someone's mic is switched on. Please switch on. So this is data deviation report. Deviation report will tell you that what are the claims and what you have submitted. A simple example. Suppose there is one column where I have to provide information about physically challenged students. So I write that in my institute there are 7 physically challenged students. I give their name also. I give their name. I give their course. I give the details of their program, and I also tell about their disability. All these things I tell. I have information about student. Along with that, I have to submit their disability certificate, because if they are disabled, they will have some certificate which will tell what is the percentage of disability there. I have submitted the certificate for 3 people. Maybe I could not manage the certificate. So I have certificate for 3 people and there are 7 physically challenged as I have claimed. Now this is the deviation. This is the deviation when actually this comes up. When this actually comes up in the DVV process, they will tell that AGI is telling 7 and DVV is 3. So they will not fix it, but they will send it in the deviation. Now you have to answer the deviation report. The same people who had made the SSR. Obviously, it is an internal arrangement. Principal or head of the institution may change, but then same people should be there. That is actually ideal. Now these people by this time, by this period of DVV generally takes 15 to 45 days within which DVV comes. They might have collected the certificate of 4 more people and they tell that no, this is not correct. We have 7, and along with this they can submit the additional documents also. So this is the work of DVV. And as soon along with the DVV, what goes on is SSS, Student Satisfaction Survey. Student Satisfaction Survey, actually there are a set of questions. This survey is not anything related to the teachers. It is about the academic process, whether the course is finished in time, not by name. So teachers are not to be very scared of the student satisfaction survey. It is about the way in which academics is taught to the student, like whatever you learn. It is a multiple choice MCQ type of questions, having 20 regular questions, MCQ, and 1 open question, that what suggestions do you have for the improvement of your institution. So this suggestion will go to the peer team member. But what marks they have given in the other questions, where they have ticked in the other 20 MCQ questions, that will not go to the peer team member. That NAAC will absorb. Okay. There is also a pass mark in student satisfaction survey, that at least 25% marks and at least 10% of the students should participate in the survey. Now, student satisfaction survey goes simultaneously with DVV. If you pass the data validation and verification process, get at least 25% marks in SSR, and your student satisfaction survey is completed successfully, then PR team visit will take place. Otherwise not. So these 2 things are very important. The student satisfaction survey. Now student satisfaction survey, what happens? It comes under the first criteria of NAAC, that is curriculum aspect. In that particular criteria, the students
उनकी सेफ्टी होगी और जेंडर ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव जो लास्ट वाला सबसे
someone is speaking about gender sensitization. Okay, nice. Simultaneously, 2 lectures are going on. Okay, anyways, so this is if both the things are done properly, then this takes place. Now, student satisfaction survey is one for which the college has to provide the email IDs, telephone numbers, name, and registration number of all the students of the college. That is a very important database. Current students of the college, not alumni of the college. Sometimes it so happens that when SSR is submitted, some students are actually just about to go out of the college in the 3rd year or say in the final semester. So depending on how much time it will take and all, means better to not to give the names of those students who are in the verge of going out of the college, because by that time they will become alumni, and alumni is alumni. So current students, all the students' names should be there, and there should be promotion of the student satisfaction survey. All the students should be apprised that check your email regularly. Emails will come to you, and once the email comes to you, need to respond. You may tell that okay, it is better to write good things about. That is up to you whether you want to campaign or not. But you have to apprise them. You have to sensitize them about the survey. I tell you what happens. It comes to the students in their email ID, and often it enters into the spam box. Now nobody generally they check their inbox, not the spam box. So generally they don't go to the spam box, and the student satisfaction survey remains unreplied by the student. So these things is to be told, because when after SSR, when student satisfaction survey will start, NAAC will inform you through their portal that it has started. Before that and during that process, you have to see that the students actually open the portal and perform the survey properly. So these things are to be taken care of. Any question at this stage? We can take a few questions.
Sir, sir, I have one query. Suppose once we submit the data online in AISHE or NIRF, and after that we are going for NAAC assessment, and then we find that this data we have submitted already in AISHE or NIRF, and that is not matching with our actual data. So is there any linkage between NAAC, NIRF, and that is whether they are going to verify all the data sets that are submitted in NAAC, in NIRF, or in AISHE? So once we submit wrong data, how could it be corrected?
Now, first thing is that you should not submit wrong data. That is one. Because problem of data consistency is quite common. Even if you don't want to manipulate, then also data will become inconsistent. First thing is that to deal with this, because what happens, you see, NAAC has 7 criteria. First is, curriculum aspects. Curricular aspects. And then you have teaching learning. And then you have research, innovation and extension. Then you have infrastructure and learning resources. Then you have student support and progression. Then you have governance, leadership. And lastly, you have institutional best practices, institutional values and best practices. Okay. So these are the 7 criteria. What generally institutes do? They make one subcommittee for the curriculum aspect, one subcommittee for teaching, one subcommittee for research, one subcommittee for infrastructure and learning resources, one subcommittee for student support, one subcommittee for governance, one subcommittee for institutional values. So these teachers are given the responsibility that you have to fill up or give the answers to all this. But what is important and what most institutes don't do is that they don't make a data management and documentation committee. A data management and documentation committee should include at least 2 persons who are very expert in computers. Now in the purely arts college, there might not be people with computer expertise, but these days there are many people who, along with their whatever subject, history or political science, whatever they teach, along with that they generally develop a affinity towards computers. They love computers and they can handle computers nicely. So those people should be there in the committee. Someone who can do the drafting very well, not necessarily a teacher of English, but maybe from any other discipline, who can write things in a very technical manner, can place the things and with good English, and also who has little bit of creativity. For example, I went to one college where I found that there is a canteen. Means what they wrote in the SSR, that we have a canteen where students go and take their food. This canteen is located in lush green surroundings, in natural environment, etc. They wrote one paragraph about the canteen, and I felt that this canteen must be very beautiful. Like, and then I found that there is one canteen. Then I went to the college. I asked, "Where is your canteen?" They were a little bit reluctant in showing us the canteen. But then I persisted, insisted that no, I want to go to and see the canteen. They took me to canteen, which was completely in a jungle. Type of thing. Means it is inside, you have to go pass through, and you are quite scared also. Any type snake may drop in, because that was a little bit in a college in a village where a lot of greenery is there. And it is actually that particular canteen was also damp, but it was actually portrayed in such a way in the SSR that it really looked, that means you take it. So some people, not so much of lie also, but some people who can actually place things in a very nice way, who can have a good communication, means writing skill. So some people should be there. They should do the documentation. Now, coming to your question, you see there is NIRF, there is like AISAG, there is NAAC, there is MIS. Now, first is based on all this, you are to find out that what all information are to be collected, so that everything is satisfied. This one is satisfied, this one is also satisfied. MIS, so I am not sure, because this is specific purpose survey, but NAAC. So studying this committee has to make a detailed list of all different information that are required, so that information is maintained at a particular place, and as per the requirement, they can be set for NAAC, they can be sent for AISAG, they can be sent for NIR. So this is the strategy, but this strategy will not actually work now. Now, if you think that no, 1 year or even less than 1 year is there for NAAC accreditation, in this case, it will not be very successful, but you make this committee, and in due course of time, you come up with this plan. It may be a 2 or 3 year plan, but after 2 or 3 years, you will find that you are quite comfortable in submitting data, and data submission is no longer a nightmare. If this data management committee identifies all of the things and take care of the documentation, and the entire institution should be very much pinpointed, because you see now this new this national education policy, NEP will come into being. Now NEP has told about layered accreditation. Layered accreditation means accreditation not like that. CM told that no, everyone has to go for accreditation, so we actually go for NAAC. Nothing like that will happen. It is a layered accreditation NEP, and in NEP, every now and then there will be accreditation coming to your institution for your value assessment. And for example, one college is there. Say this is the college. The main aim of this, suppose this is a very simple college. Okay, with a very few very few disciplines, a particular discipline college like commerce or arts or science college. NEP wants that within a period of 15 to 20 years, these colleges should become either a degree granting university or a research institution, or a constituent college. So this institute is to be uploaded from year to year, either to a university or to a research center or to a constituent college. And there will be layered accreditation. That is first stage from year to year. First stage, the first step towards this goal. And this goal is to be attained to 15 to 20 years. So only few years are there. So every time there will be accreditation. You go to the first layer. Like it is quite like participating in an Olympic running race, that there is first heat, then semi-final, then ultimately 10 athletes are selected, somewhat like this. At every level, you have to give an examination, and at every level, you have to get through And if you can't get through, they will give a lot of suggestions that these things are to be maintained in your college so that you can go for autonomous, at least not a university, become an autonomous. So these are different steps and layers. So these requirement of this data management documentation committee is very important. Now the question is, if there is data is different from this, then what will happen? You see, first thing is that data differs because it depends on time. Suppose you ask me that what is the student strength? Student strength, NIRF is asking, say, it is asking in November 2022. Okay, NIRF is asking in November 2022, what is the number of students? And then NAAC is asking in, or for NAAC, I am submitting the data, same data number of students in January 2023. Few months only few months, 2 months. But in this period, maybe PhD admission has taken place in the PhD admission taken place. So number of students will change. Number of students of this and this will not be same. You may tell that only 2 months difference, how this data differ. There are a logic for which data is different. Funding may be that how fund received from external agencies. You are submitting this data, say, on 14/11/22. And this data, suppose you are submitting in finance related data, this you are submitting in 16/11/22. In these 2 days, maybe rupees 1 crore has come. So it is not necessarily that data will be equal in all this, because it depends on the date on which you submit the data. That is very important. But large variability obviously will not take place. Or a large number of some basic information, number of departments, it will not change overnight. Yeah, one day definitely there is a single day in which a department come into existence. But suppose you are writing in NIRF that we have 5 departments. After 2 months you are writing in NAAC that we have 12 departments. This type of things, this type of large variation will always look into the eyes of the DBB process. When the DBB process goes on, they will check with some things like annual report of your institution. They may check what you speak about the same thing in NIRF, what you speak about the same thing in AISHE. So if there is some large deviation which they can suspect, so that is where there might be some issues. But that thing will come in the DBB. That will be reflected in the DBB. DBB will write that you have told that there are 12 departments, but in NIRF you have told that there are 5 departments. How from these 7 departments have come out? Now you have to give an answer to this particular question, and that because you will get a chance to answer to this. If you are think that okay नहीं ऐसे ही लिखा था उस समय मैंने ऐसे ही लिख दिया था अभी मतलब तो sorry बोलने के भी chances है. Sorry, actually that was a typographic error. Sorry for the mistake. But the thing is that in NAAC what happens? All things are, you have to apply supporting documents. So supporting documents. So speak in terms of your supporting documents. In case you don't have the supporting documents, but you think that if I get one more week, I may be able to get the supporting document, then submit it without sufficient documents. In DBB, this clarification will come out. And by that time, you collect those documents. So this is the way in which you can avoid. It is not so much a dangerous thing that if one figure goes here and there, what will happen here? Yeah.
Sir, I have one query, sir.
What is your name? Can you please tell me? Because
sir, myself, Dr. Sujoy Das from Women's College, Silchar.
Okay, Sujoy sir. Yes, please, sir.
Sir, once we have tried for NAAC, but we failed. And this time also, now we are compelled to do again prepare. Okay, sir. On this topic actually we are discussing. Suppose, sir, while filling up AQR, we have submitted 4 AQRs we have already submitted. So, suppose in one particular or 1 or 2 years, while filling up these AQRs, we have submitted like that number of programs, okay, like cultural events or whatever. So we have counted it. Suppose 2 programs we have conducted. Okay. Now after this, in this year, suppose while filling up SSR, if I find that okay, 1 program can be added, means we missed that program. Suppose there is 4 programs originally we have conducted, but while filling up this AQR, we have listed only 2 programs. So can we make this correct?
Yeah, we can make it correct.
While sending SSR?
SSR, but you see that along with that you send the supporting documents.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Supporting documents should be there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So any other query? Can you proceed? Okay. Now, assuming that there is no query, let me come here. Suppose you are going for NAAC, because that is the main purpose. So instead of speaking about other ranking programs, let us speak about NAAC. So as I told, NAAC has 7 criteria. Now, first thing is that for preparation of NAAC, many means whenever you look at this criteria, you will find that there are some very peculiar questions. And at the first glance, you will feel that we don't have many such things. It's not possible. And you want to surrender. And that happens. That, oh, no, this is not possible. Oh my God, so much of information to be collected. And though in colleges and universities, different groups are made for this, at the end, people come together, but at the very beginning, the IQAC director or the principal, they are quite alone. Means they find that where to go, they find that they are in the ocean. Now, one way that to come out of the ocean, डूबते को तिनके का सहारा ही बहुत. So the तिनके का सहारा is the SSR of other institutes. You will find in the, because it is mandatory that once an institution go for NAAC, they have to upload their SSR in the website. Now what happens, once the SSR is uploaded in the website, many colleges or many institutions, they don't delete it after that. It remains there for several times. So collect the SSR of a college which has get very high grade like A+ or A++, that type of colleges. You collect the SSR. Collect it and read the SSR properly. For example, first one you see, you have, for example, curriculum, under curriculum aspects, curricular aspects, 1.1.1, curriculum, this is I am taking as an example because organizers have given me only 1 hour. So accordingly, I cannot go into the details. So I have to make an adjustment. Curriculum development. Curriculum development and implemented have relevance to the local. There are some words in between. Curriculum has relevance to the local, national, and regional, global needs. Global needs. Now, initially, if you look at this, that what things in your curriculum, first thing is that curriculum is decided by the university, colleges have nothing to do. Very good. But then you need to mention it. Local, you think that local, acha, local kya hai? What is the national things in the syllabus? What is regional, global needs? What are the things? But then when you look at the SSR, then you understand that what they are telling about the global needs. Actually, for local needs, you may refer to, actually, first we have to find out. Now, this information is to be given, come from the departments. The committee, that is documentation committee, can understand what are the things required. That understanding, they have to document it properly and send it to the departments. Because departments will also get confused. Local. For example, I am a teacher of statistics. If you ask me that what local thing you have in your syllabus, and I will tell you local, so we don't have anything. We have different formula, most of which are developed by people from Western world, and only from India only we have PC Mahalanabish. So he has also developed something. So that also it is. But nothing like local, and means local to kuch nahi. But what things you can use in local things? If you look at an SSR, that let us see an SSR, which college has got A or A++ or A+, that might actually have something written. Otherwise, they can't get A+ or A++ because they have scored in everything. Local, what is there? Now, when you look at the SSR, then you will get the डूबते वालों को तिनके का सहारा ही बहुत. Then you get the तिनके का सहारा. Like I also looked into it, and then I found that under local, what things they included. They have included any paper which has something to do with environment. Because environment is both local, it's regional, it's global. If you plant a tree in your home, it will give oxygen not only to you, but to your neighbors also. And it will actually help in improving the global environment, one single tree. So anything related to environment will be under local. Anything related to entrepreneurship. Any thing like gender sensitization. Now, this you can include in local, this you include in national, this you can include in global. So, because this is a very universal topic. Any local language subject, like say some colleges are having Bodo, some colleges are having Karbi, some colleges are having say any regional language like Bengali, Assamese, Manipuri. These are all actually local languages. So any local language or regional language, this come under regional also. So like this, you have to think like if some programs are there where is field trip is there. Field trip. So you are taking students to nearby historical places. Department of History is taking students to Khaspur, where there used to be the kingdom of the Kachari kings. So that is field trip. So that is something which requires a local. For national needs, you have some courses. National need directly you may not have, but you must have some courses which is relevant with civil service examination. Means suppose a student of history, if he takes Indian history, that a part of Indian history is common with civil service. So that helps to achieve some national needs. And then this industrial law, because this law is specific to India, industrial law. Then Indian Constitution. Indian economy, demography, these are all comes under national needs. Then under international level, you can any paper which is reference to UNO, WHO, all these things. Anything about sustainable development, international law, sustainable development, any paper having international law. Any computer programming, anything related to computer programming, if you have BCA in your college or any other subject which offers a paper in computer programming. Because after learning computer programming, he can develop app, he can develop software, he can get job at the international level. So these things, when you read such SSR, good SSR, then you get an idea. So the job of this documentation and data team is not only to look into that what is the data requirement, how things can be improved. Remember that for your SSR, nothing should go empty. Whatever is available, you make it a point that it can be included. Put your hands together. It is not that, okay, a number of students required, we'll just send, we'll get data, we'll just send it to that particular small, what is that, subcommittee which is looking into student support and progression. It is not that way. You have to think that what all things we need can put in other things. When you look at SSR, all of us are intelligent people. At least we have all passed our masters, and at least we have, many of us have done our PhD also. So given the Indian context, we are considered quite intelligent because we are now only among the 4% people who have PhD degrees, or maybe even less in our country. So among those we are. So when we read the SSR, some other ideas, bulb will light up. Some other ideas will click in our mind, and based on that, we can find out that what all areas we can attack. Along with this, what should be the supporting document? That is very important. When you look into the SSR of this institute, in the SSR, you will also find the link of the supporting documents. If you click there, then you will find the link in the website. Website links will start opening. There you can see what is the database, how they have arranged the data, and how they have documented. For example, for this, whichever 10K I used, whichever SSR I visited, I found that related to this, they have supported documents is like all the resolutions taken by the academic council of the university, all the resolutions. So all the resolutions, those copies they have taken out, and then they have actually trimmed it. That part, first part, they kept the like a 142nd academic council meeting conducted in this, and below that, that portion, that resolution which is concerned to that particular syllabus has been approved. That information they have taken, and then they have given that part of the syllabus where mention is made about, say, local needs like local language or field trip or say industrial law, whatever, those things, those parts of the syllabus they have highlighted. And along with this, they have also given a table that program is this, course number is this, paper number is this, and this is the local need. This is related to local need. It is in paper number such and such, unit number such. They have made a table also, they have given the syllabus also, they have given the academic council minutes also. Now there are multiple documents they are presenting for verifying or supporting in support of their statement, and hence they are A+ or A++. So one single question, 1.1.1, you see that how much time it will take to take into consideration if it is a big college where there is a college like a GC college where there are more, I think about 28 or 30 departments or 24 departments. So collecting information from all the departments, all the papers, all the programs is definitely a Herculean task, but that is how one can reach to A++ or 2+. So this is the story, and this is to be replicated for each case. One thing I just want to tell you before I conclude, that there are two things. Remember, program means what we tell in our colloquial language, course, and course means paper. This is our colloquial language. We tell he is doing BSc course, he is doing BA course, and paper they use the word program. For BSc they will tell BS NAAC tells BSc program, and course is actually that course is actually, suppose paper number 101, that is actually they tell 101 course instead of we use the word paper. So this terminology is little bit confusing when you start the SSR filling up, etc. So this is the thing. Okay, let me stop here. I am almost time, so very quickly I can take some questions. Okay, organizers, is there any question anyone want to ask?
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us, sir. Now, with your permission, sir, we request the participants to interact with you if they have any queries. Sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir. The session is open to all.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
yes.
Yes, I am Dr. Shongumitra Devnath from Women's College. Sir, I have a little bit doubt regarding the program. Now you explained that paper program means paper. Our college is a small college.
Program means course.
Course. That means course means BSc, BA,
BSc,
BCom.
BA economics. So BA economics is a program. BA political science another program.
So
BA,
we have so many subjects. So should we mention the past courses only? Because if we write BA political science, because 7, 8 or 10 subjects are there in a college. So how can we mention about all these papers?
not papers, madam. You are to mention about the program. We will write how many programs are there in the. Suppose I ask you. Yeah, please.
Programs means subjects. Okay, BA political science, pass honors, both is there. Then that means here to course means all subjects. We have to mention all the subjects.
No, first you see, madam, how many take a news like. Suppose how many programs are there? Programs are there. Okay. Programs. First is that your college has BA English. One program. Second is English means English honors. English means BA English.
Okay, that is my point, because
then we have BA say Bengali honors. Then we have say BA economics honors. Your subject, madam? Shongomitra, madam, your subject?
My subject is philosophy.
Achha.
Then my question is, suppose there is no honors for mass comm subject in our college, then how can we write mass comm?
Okay, I am coming to that. So first like this, ... to suppose the 10 honors subjects are there, you come with the last one. The last one is say Manipuri honors. Now you start with the pass course. Okay, now 11 is pass course. Start with those programs. For example, one may be BA pass, and with combination, say mass comm, political science, and history. Then 12 BA pass with philosophy, political science, history. Then this way we will proceed.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your clarification.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes.
myself again, Dr. Sujaydas, sir. Sir, related to this, sir, one question actually I have seen, there is program outcome, course outcome. So what do you mean by this, and how should we prepare this program outcome and course outcome? These things.
There are three things: program outcome, program specific outcome, and course outcome. Okay. So first, let us look at program outcome. Suppose someone is doing BA, irrespective of the subject. Someone is doing BA. So if I ask you that, what is your name? Sujit, huh? Sujit sir.
Sujaydas, sir.
Sujay. Achha, I ask you, suppose I ask Sujay sir, I want to admit my daughter in BA. BA करके क्या होता है? BA क्यों करना चाहिए? BA करके क्या फायदा? Then you will tell something कि अगर वो BA करेगी तो आपका बच्चा जो है, she can apply in different government jobs. She will learn more about the subjects. She will become more smart, and she will be able to communicate her better. All these things will come under program outcome. So how you want to details? I want to know, sir, details what all things, and I can write under program outcome. Answer is डूबने वालों को तिनके का सहारा ही बहुत. You download SSR of a good college and read what they have written under programs. Now comes program specific outcome. Program specific outcome, here you see program specific outcome means BA English, BA History, BA Economics. BA English करके क्या फायदा है? BA History करके क्या फायदा है? BA Economics करके क्या फायदा है? That comes under program specific. So that means BA will be, for example, suppose Women's College has only BA. I don't think that Women's College has BSc or BCom. So program outcome will be only one for Women's College because they have only one program, and that is BA. Now program specific outcome. So suppose like this 1, 2, 3, 4, they go down, they have total 14 combinations. 14 combinations are there, 14 possibilities. So there will be 14 program specific outcomes. One for BA English honors, one for BA Bengali honors, one for BA Economics honors. Means program specific outcome means not only one outcome, you have 2, 3, 4, 5 outcomes under a particular program. Then comes out course outcome. Now course outcome is the paper. For example, as I told, course outcome, course means here paper. For example, paper 101, first semester, first paper. Say BA English is, someone from BA English is there? Any teacher of English? Can you tell me what is the BA 101 first paper of first paper, name of the first paper? Okay, suppose it is English, say grammar. So there is, suppose 101 is English grammar. So this 101 paper, if I read this 101 paper, what I will learn? That I can learn to write English correctly without grammatical error. I can learn to use better vocabulary in my writing. I may learn about several English terminologies and phrases and their common meaning and how I can include them in our writing. So these are the course outcome. Course means for that particular paper. Suppose 102 is say English literature. And in that, suppose there is one book of R.K. Lakshman. Yeah.
Sir, again, I'm interfering, sir. Sir, suppose, sir, in economics honors, there are altogether, means taking all the semesters, we have like 18 papers. So 18 courses. So for all these courses, we have to prepare no course outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Because each paper has some objective. ये जो 18 papers जो सिखाया जा रहा है उसका कोई कारण हो.
Yes, sir.
Unnecessarily, it will not be there. Means it will have some objective. So that objective should come here under course outcome.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, any other questions?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Sangeeta, sir. I'm librarian at RS Girls College, Karimganj, sir. Sir, I want to ask a question. Means our database creation is half of the part going on. We have barcode and these things also half going on. So while preparing the SSR, so I have to mention that part, that what I am doing. So that's what I'm
While
asking.
preparing the SSR, what you are doing means?
My principal told me to prepare that information and infrastructure learning part.
Okay.
So library part is also there, 4.31.
Yeah.
I need to mention what's going on in my library. So it means half work going on. That's what I have to mention.
Half work is going on. Then you write that what all things you are going to implement very soon, because by the time NAAC will come,
Yes,
they will
sir.
come and check, because this is a actually qualitative metrics. That is,
Yes.
NAAC peer team will come and see. There is not much documentation possible in that particular part. For example, what is that? That is a RFA technology or some technologies.
Yes, automation, digitization.
Automation software is there. So you mentioned
Yes,
about this. If you think that by the time NAAC comes, because NAAC will come about 8, 9, 10 months afterwards. So by the
Okay,
time NAAC comes, if you think that these things will be ready, so you can mention about that in the SSR.
Okay, sir.
And if your procurement process is over, मतलब खरीदना अगर खत्म हो गया, तो you will require that license, or that means that one which is receipt and all. Take the copy of photocopy of that and take it in SSR.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, this is Dr. Sohail from AL Chaudhary College, Algapur, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, I have just with regard to the program, sir, you mentioned just answering a question, sir. So there, as for example, you have written BA English Honors in program 1, sir. What about pass, sir? Miss, you have
pass
written...
I have given here. Pass I have given here. EA pass with combination you can write. If there are 4 different combinations offered by under BA pass in your institution, then all the 4 should come here, one after another.
Okay, sir. No, we have some students who are taking this honor subject combination. Hello.
No, in honors you don't mean. In honors, suppose there are different combinations are there, that you take under English honors. But for pass course, you have to mention about the different combinations which you are offering. I think this table which I have drawn clearly explains this.
Okay,
someone may take along with English, political science and economics.
Yes. This is my question, sir.
Another one may take philosophy and economics.
Yes.
Actually, this you may ignore. Put them under BA English, and put them under BA English. But when you go to pass course, then you have all different.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please tell your name and ask.
I am Dipankar Pal from Accreditation College, sir. Sir, you have told in your first part of your discussion, AQR is to be submitted for last 5 years. Now, sir, after cycle,
last 4 years.
Yes, sir. Now, after cycle 1, we have a gap of around 14 years.
Okay.
So, what will be our specific case? Whether we have to submit AQR for last 14 years?
No. Last 4 years.
Only 4 years.
Only 4 years, and the current year will be the 5th year. So that's
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a question, sir. I'm
Yes.
Chainara Begum Chaudhary from Gurucharan College, Silchar.
Okay,
so
which department?
Librarian.
Okay, library.
Yeah. One point is there, sir, for collaboration with the libraries in the country and world like that. So how can we go for that collaboration, sir?
The collaboration is some sharing of resources if it is taking place. Sharing of especially electronic resources.
Till now we don't have any collaboration with other colleges like in Borak Valley or outside.
Okay, but you have with InflibNet, so you can mention about this.
Yeah, we have with InflibNet one.
So that is also, so you are getting reaching to resources of InflibNet.
Yeah. So we have Delnet also, sir. We can mention about this also. Delnet, if we go for Delnet.
Yeah. Whatever things you have, you can quickly get some collaboration with the university library also if possible.
Okay, for that we have to do more, sir.
Okay. Then you take some initiative.
Okay, sir. That we are thinking of, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you for your suggestion, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for the nice clarification regarding the PO, PSO, and CO.
Mm.
I just wanted to ask one thing, sir, regarding this mapping, how mapping is done, so that we can able to do how far we have achieved this PO, CO, and PSO.
Okay. POCO and this is PO program outcome. So it depends on what your students are doing after completing their BA or BCom in terms of their achievement in the examination, in terms of their placement in different organizations. A course outcome can be measured in different ways are there. You have to decide about, once again, you have to look into the SSR that how advanced institutes are measuring these PO, CO, and PSO. There are some like internal assessment, course outcome, through internal assessment, through end semester examination, through their assignments, and then how they are doing with in courses which are related to the, for example, first year it is history of Assam, second year Indian history. So a person who has studied history of Assam properly will also understand the history of India in a better way. So some way, that way the department has to think out that how this mapping can be done. What are the parameters that need to be identified for quantification of course outcome? Now, some of this course outcome will give you the program specific outcome also. And then some of these program specific outcomes will give you the program outcome. So there are some methodology for that. But I think means for that, we require to plan and have a different session, how to map these things. These are some little bit technical, little bit mathematical, but there is nothing like unique or universal. A college can devise its own mechanism for measuring CO, PO, and PSO.
Yeah, to start up, is there any format that we can able to follow, because we are new in this mapping? If we know this mapping, then it will be very helpful for all the institution. So
that is my suggestion. You look into the SSR of good institutes. I give you the name of a college, Sacred Heart College. It's in Kerala. I recently visited the Sacred Heart College. You browse into their website, you will find the details. Sacred Heart College.
Thank you so much.
So that is, I will suggest.
Sacred Heart College, Kerala.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is also one question in the chat box, sir. The question is from Dadul Rajkonwar. His question is, how can we distinguish in AQAR the number of programs and the number of courses? That is his question, sir.
Number of programs, so I have explained very nicely here, number of programs. For example, a college is having say 12 programs like this. This is the number of programs. And number of courses is like BA English, how many papers, BA Honors, how many papers BA Honors students are studying, how many papers these Bengali Honors students are studying, how many papers English Honors students are, Economics Honors students are studying. So make a sum of all this, that is the total number of courses. Because in next terminology, course is number of papers. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there any more questions from the participants?
Sir, just would like to ask one question regarding the part A of our AQAR. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible, please.
Yeah. Sir, there is a question that is occur to be placed in before the statutory body. So what is exactly the meaning of that term, sir, statutory body?
It's like your executive body or governing body of the college.
Yeah, advisory board also may be included, right, sir?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Sir, this is Monish Rai from SKRI College, Katlichara. First of all, many thanks for delivering these beautiful lectures on this topic. Sir, my question is regarding research criteria. What kind of works we have to perform so that we in SSR we can submit this kind of work under research criteria?
You look into the SSR. There is a NAAC manual for constituent and affiliated colleges. NAAC manual. In that NAAC manual, because research is under this third criteria of NAAC, so there you will find all the details, what type of information they want, what are the formats in which the information is to be submitted, etc.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, one more question, sir. Suppose we have already submitted, sir, we have submitted SSR and our SSR has accepted. So after that, when the team, NAAC peer team will visit, what should be our first duty? How we welcome them? And basically why I am speaking, because our college is situated in...
Manish, you see,
Sorry.
I have, because the organizers have given me only 1 hour. I have given more time than that. It is like 1 hour, 15 minutes now, number one. Number two, I have asked to talk on a topic, data management in AGI. If you want to know in the details, I have a particular lecture for entire details with all things that a college or institute has to do when NAAC comes to visit the college. So actually time does not permit. If you want to listen to that lecture you arrange, I will deliver the lecture. And if you want to learn in details also, that no need to arrange the lecture, itna jhamela kaun kare, you can call me. My number you may note down, 94351.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
94351 You call me, I will tell you, because now I have time for another class. My students are waiting there. So I would like to organizers to kindly excuse me. I am already, it is already 11:50. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. It was indeed an informative session and everyone has enjoyed the lecture, sir. So I would like to request Golab sir and Ramabrata sir to take over the session. Sir, Golab sir.
Sir, so nicely you have elaborated all these things regarding IIQA, SSR, AQAR, DVVV, then SSS, and how the data management that should be kept. And you have given a nice idea. The data management and documentation committee should be formed by every institutions so that this type of mismatch, if appears, that can be avoided easily. Sir, from your deliberations, I think our participants they today enjoyed much, and this section, the data management that matters in total NAAC process when the colleges are going for that NET assessment and accreditations. And today's lecture that you have pointed out and you have covered within your time frame so nicely, so elaborately. So for that, sir, on behalf of participants and on behalf of organizers, we are thankful to you. We express our gratitude. And if time permits, sir, courses, then we will be also very much beneficial. So for today's lecture, sir, that was very nice lecture, and especially me, I have enjoyed much, and I have noted down all of your points, and that will help me in my NAAC process also. So thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you, Gulab. Sorry that I cannot give more time because another class is on. Actually, students are waiting. So thank you,
sir. Now the participants, dear participants, now it is 11:17 and today we are having 112 participants, and this is not expected. I think if there is technical error when the participants they could not join, we try our best to make all the technical issues. And if the participants they are not listening these lectures, then what is the impact or what is the efficacy of organizing such type of workshops? So I request all the esteemed participants do appear within the time frame. Before 30 minutes, we open the link. Try to enter that sessions or meeting sessions before the time session. Otherwise, now when the resource person he is delivering his lecture, and we have to admit all that newly joined persons, and sometimes it got wrong. Suppose when I'm going to get you in, then I may mute resource person's mic. So that type of technical problems we are also facing. So do join the meeting before time. That is our earnest request. and we are having 150 participants, and out of that today we are having 114 participants. Some of the participants, they requested us that they are having election duties and other official duties, so 4 or 5 persons, they could not join. But in spite of that, or apart from that, out of 150 we are having 114. That is not a that number is not looking good. So we request all the participants, we are also having the sessions in the evening, to try to join before time, and please try to keep your mic in mute form. When in the interactive sessions, you try to unmute and you put your questions. So for now, thanks to all, and again at the evening we are going to join. Thank you all.
Sir, will you get feedback link for this session?
What, sir?
Sir, will you get feedback link?
Feedback link, it will be given in WhatsApp group, sir. In WhatsApp group.
Gulab sir.
Yes.
Gulab sir, evening session will start at what time?
5. Evening sessions at 1 minute. Evening at 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
At 5 p.m. and you will be happy to know that today at evening we are having 2 resource persons. One is Professor Anup Kumar De. He's from Assam University, Difu campus, head Department of English. And
Yes,
another
yes.
resource person here, Dr. Devashish Borua. And he is the IQC coordinator of Farkating College. And in our inaugural session, our chief guest and our guest of honor, they mentioned that one of the colleges in Assam, they have been shifted from C grade to A+ grade. So this is the Farkating College, and that's why what is their dynamics, how they have managed all these things. That's why we have invited Dr. Devashish Barua, head Department of English and the coordinator IQSC of Farkating College, so that we can have his experienced, and he will talk on the overview of NAAC revised assessment and accreditation process. So I request everybody to join in time, and you enjoy the session.
Thank you, Gulab sir. Very interesting.
Thank
It
you,
will be
sir.
very interesting. Okay then.
Excuse me, Gulab sir.
Yes.
If you are the forerunner institution for our district, and nodal college should guide with people, because we are going for the first time. So all these resource person, if we in near future, if we face any problem, if we need to talk to them, hopefully you will be guiding us to them.
Yes. And
Yes.
Devashish, today the resource person Dibajiti Bhattacharya sir, he also visited some of the colleges. He visited. That is Lala College, then Eskerai College, I think. Then in SS College, we have also invited Dibajiti Bhattacharya sir and Joita Bhattacharya madam for some having some consultancy. So you can invite them also.
Sure. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And again, I repeat that announcement today, that our second session was that is Dr. Kiran Hajarika. He was supposed to take, but due to his urgent engagement, he could not attend today. So he requested us to take his sessions on 1st March. So if everything goes right, then we will be getting Dr. Kiran Hajarika on 1st March. So
1st March, second session, sir.
Second session, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So the morning session is over. Thank you, everybody.
Gulab sir will be using the same Zoom evening, or
No,
there
we'll be giving new link.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.